Today we're talking about pros and cons in living in Philadelphia, 2022 version. So Philadelphia is adored for its deep roots, entertainment options, eclectic neighborhoods, so we completely understand why you would jump at the chance to move there. Now, before you pack your bags, research and uncover or cover all of your bases. I guess you would cover your bases, but uncover information. So to make sure that this city has everything that you need to live happily and comfortably. So our first pro is diverse neighborhoods. So by now, I'm sure you've heard quite a few nicknames for Philadelphia. Philly, the city of brotherly love, the birthplace of America, Old Faithful. I just made that one up. All right, well, we have one more name to add to the list. It's the city of neighborhoods. Now, you've probably heard that on this channel here. Now, 25 neighborhoods, which Philadelphia consists of. That's why it says the city of neighborhoods, and they are all distinct. They are all different. So it does have 25 main neighborhoods, and each is a world of its own. All right, so finding a neighborhood you will love is going to be simple. All right, so take your pick. You got Rittenhouse Square, Center City. It's all about luxury and convenience. You think fine dining, upscale apartments, and high-end shopping, okay? All right, you'll find some cool hip crowd. You got neat bistros and beer gardens in the quirky Fishtown neighborhood. All right, if you're looking for a residential area with the city vibe, stay in Cedar Park for friendly neighborhoods, friendly neighbors, friendly shops, friendly galleries. All right, they're friendly there, okay? All right, so let's talk about something negative, the lack of diverse job options. Now, not to say we don't have a lot of jobs, because we do. Not to say we don't have a very low unemployment rate, because we do. It won't be hard for you to find employment in the following industries: healthcare, education, legal, office administration, architecture, engineering. So from there, the opportunities kind of trickle from there. But if you can't find something there, you can't find something anywhere. So about a third of Philadelphia job opportunities are in healthcare and education. So much that locals refer to workers as meds or eds, and heads in beds. That's the hotel industry. There's a lot of hotels in Philly too. All right, so don't get us wrong. You're going to be able to secure your dream job in the city, but keep in mind that it may take a little longer to come by. All right, another positive, another pro, we got an easy commute. Commutes are typically a headache in the large metropolitan areas, but that's not the case in Philadelphia. Now, you might have heard me say there's a lot of traffic and parking's a problem. That doesn't mean the commute is hard. The commute is actually really decent. If you're going at the wrong time of day, you're going to sit in some traffic, but it's a pretty easy commute. It's easily and impressively convenient. So the average one-way commute time is about 30 minutes. You got maybe 20% of the residences are using public transportation. Philly's commuter rail service, SEPTA. Check out our SEPTA video that we did. SEPTA stands for something. If anybody knows, hit that comment button and tell us. So the regional rail from SEPTA runs 13 lines to and from every corner of the city. Includes the 3 busiest center city hubs: Market Street East, Logan Square, and University City. So in some areas, you'll find that walking will be quicker than driving. Philadelphia is ranked the 8th most accessible city for pedestrian commuters. So there are several jobs being only a 10-minute commute, 10-minute walk from home. All right, so I was alluding to it a minute ago, traffic, definitely a con. If the impossible parking saga doesn't get to you, Philadelphia's traffic will most likely will. So, you ever heard going postal? Well, you've never heard of going traffical. You see what I'm getting at. All right, so Philadelphia is ranked the 18th most congested city in the country. And drivers lose about 94 hours in a year to traffic congestion. So, hey, bring your iPod or, let's say bring your listening device. So bring something to do, okay? But pay attention while you're driving. Just use your headset. Anyhow, so for a little more perspective, the national average of hours drivers lose each year is about 26. So we're around 94, And if you can, we suggest opt for public transit, biking, or walking to your destination. All right, so pro, definitely the rich history. Okay? Unless you've been hiding under a rock, could have been Plymouth Rock or maybe Council Rock. Philadelphia, as you know, is where our founding fathers met and formed our new country. So Philadelphia is an amusement park for history buffs. So much of the city's history has been preserved. Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell. Now, these attractions get packed with tourists. So we're talking about intimate experiences in the history, the beautiful history. You can visit institutions like the Museum of the American Revolution, the National Museum of American Jewish History, the African American Museum. It's found in two of Philadelphia's historic neighborhoods, Old City, you know why they call it Old City, and Society Hill. All right, so one con would be the liquor laws. So liquor licenses are difficult to obtain in Philadelphia, which explains why there are so many BYOB restaurants in our city. That's definitely a plus in our book. So, but before heading to Philadelphia, you should know that wine and liquor can only be purchased in a state-owned store. They call it the state store, called the wine and spirit stores. There are plenty in our city. All right, so you'll mostly find beer in delis or from beer distributors. They even have some drive-in distributors all around town. All right, so pro, art and music are at the center of Philadelphia's culture. The city is big on museums, galleries, and the infamous Philadelphia Museum of Modern Art, the Barnes Foundation. But if that's not your jam, if that's not your bag, baby, step out and explore more than 4,000 murals painted all over the city. Now, if you prefer a guide, Mural Arts Philadelphia can tailor your tours according to your interests, right? All right, so music runs deep in the city. It's the birthplace of Philadelphia's soul, American Bandstand, famed songwriters and producers, Gamble and Huff. Also, music artists from Philadelphia include Hall & Oates, Chubby Checker. I'm trying to do the twist here in honor of Chubby. Patti LaBelle, Boys II Men, got The Roots, Meek Mill. There are endless spots to see live music. If you're into jazz, you want to head over to Heritage for live music every night starting at 6 p.m. Go out and dance under the disco ball with DJs and live performers at Frankie Bradley's. Check out your favorite bands at Union Transfer, a former railroad facility that's been standing since the 1800s. All right, so I hate to bring it up again and hate to break it to you, but parking is definitely a con. It's extremely hard to find. It's really a pain. Sometimes you want to take a ticket instead of paying for parking, but do not park unsafely or illegally. Well, I guess it's still legally, but if you do luck out to find a spot, make sure you read all the signs carefully. It will cost you. Sometimes they just take your car. The city is growing, and since new residents and housing structures are popping up all over Philadelphia, the parking authority has converted some of the areas with free parking into permit parking. So there is permit parking. You may have to spend $35 up towards on a parking permit to park in your own neighborhood. But, you know, hey, it's a pro because at least you're going to be guaranteed parking. All right, so pro. Definite pro. Location, location, location. Now, location is my bag, baby, being a local real estate expert here. So there's so many neighborhoods and restaurants and shops at every location. Philadelphia has something to offer in all these neighborhoods. So, but for the moments that you need a little change of scenery, okay, you can hop in the car or on a train or a bus for a quick ride to New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Washington, D.C., make a weekend getaway of it. Definitely get in the Poconos, mountains of Pennsylvania, of Penn's Woods, in less than 2 hours. All right, so one con we hear about is the row homes. There's a lot of row houses. Now, there are a lot of single homes, and there are a lot of twins. There are also a lot of townhouses and condos, too. So row homes like Baltimore, D.C., and New York City, row houses are an iconic part of Philadelphia's identity. They are charming homes, but You're sharing walls with your neighbors. That could take some getting used to. Well, I hope you found this useful. If you did, make a comment. If you didn't, make a comment. We take everything seriously. I wanted to give you kind of a quick overview on what to expect, generally speaking, when moving to Philadelphia. Check out our other videos. Hit subscribe. Hit that bell notification. While you're hitting things, hit me up if you have any questions. I'm Gregory Martire, your local real estate expert here in the greater Philadelphia area. Got you covered in and out of the city. Thanks for stopping out and have a great day, everybody.